welcome to my channel. Tolani, your gas friend, is here again to discuss another cooking gas accessory. In the previous video, I talked about cylinders and the safety tips involved in using cylinders at home. Today, I'll be discussing another cooking gas accessory, and it is very important, and that is regulator. Regulator is very important because it is the only means through which you can get gas from your cylinder through the hose to your cooker. Then it ensures smooth delivery of gas to your cooker. Then it determines the the volume of gas that gets to your cooker at any particular time. And that is why we have low pressure regulator and high pressure regulator. This is an example of low pressure regulator. Low pressure regulator supplies gas at low pressure for your cookers at home. I mean your indoor cookers. Then I have a high pressure regulator. High pressure regulator supplies high pressure gas, and it is only used for outdoor cookers like industrial cooker. An industrial cooker is the cooker we use for large scale cooking, especially for events and parties. Then regulators can also be classified into two. We have the clip-on regulators and screw-on regulators. This is an example of clip-on regulator. With this clip-on regulator, all you have to do is just press the button here and clip the regulator on your valve, on the valve of your cylinder. Then this is screw-on regulator. With screw-on regulator, an example of screw-on regulator is a needle regulator. Then utility regulator too is a screw-on regulator. You need to screw the regulator on to the valve of your cylinder. At this point, I want us to move to the safety tips that are involved in using regulators at home. Take for example, if you are using this type of regulator at home, make sure that you clip, press the button and clip the regulator on your valve in such a way that if you pull it up, it will not remove. This will ensure that there will be no leakage at all at home. Then, if you are having this type of regulator, you have to get spanner and screw the regulator very tight on the valve of your cylinder. Then there is another rubber. There is a rubber here. That's a seal rubber. This rubber is very important. If it removes, there will be leakages. So you have to ensure that this rubber is there at all times. Then, if you, like I said earlier in my previous video, that you should not, it is advisable not to use camping burner on big camping cylinders like 12.5 cylinder or 9 kg or 10 kg cylinder. So instead of that, you can use this regulator. This is camping regulator. You can just have this camping regulator, screwed on your camping cylinder and connect the hose to it so that you can use it with your cooker. Then, if you are having, you are putting hose on, attached to your regulator, make sure you put clip. This is very important. Don't put hose without clip on your regulator. And this clip has to be screwed, with screwdriver, so that you'll be sure that there will be no leakage, at the point here. And don't mistakenly use the high pressure regulator for your cooker, for your indoor cookers. Then if you turn, this is one of your regulators, your clip-on regulator. If you turn on your regulator and there is always a heat sound, if the sound continues, then you must know that the regulator is faulty. And provided the rubber, the valve rubber, the standard valve rubber is okay, then that means it's the regulator that is faulty. Then whenever you put on your cooker and there is yellow flame or orange flame, then you should know that the regulator is faulty, provided your cooker is very clean. So if there is a heavy soot, I mean your cooker is bringing, is making your kitchen to be darkened or your pot to be darkened, then you should know that it's your regulator that is malfunctioning. Then you have to remove and replace it. Then if your regulator is not supplying gas, the regulator is faulty. Then when your low pressure regulator is malfunctioning, as it is bringing high pressure gas, this you can only determine by the sound that your cooker will be giving when you turn on your regulator. When you turn on your regulator, the kind of sound that your cooker gives will tell you that the pressure of the gas that is entering into your cooker is more than expected. So you have to make sure you don't ignite your cooker at that particular time. That regulator is faulty and you need to change it. Then when you turn on your cooker and there's a pumping noise, or when you turn it off and there's pumping noise, then you should know that the regulator is faulty. Then another thing is that make sure that your regulator, when your gas is almost finishing, don't turn your cylinder upside down, because this spoils your regulator. Then when your regulator is leaking gas, don't put heavy object on it to stop the leakage. Just know that the regulator is faulty and you have to replace it. Then if you know that your regulator is no more supplying gas, that means the regulator is faulty. There is no two way to it. Just remove the regulator and get another one. Then if the screw of your regulator runs out, like this one now, if it runs out, then you have to get another regulator. Don't try to pack it, because when you try to pack it, it's gas. The leakage will still be there. So if it runs out, just remove it and replace it. Then frequent turning on and off of the knob. Maybe after each cooking, you turn it on, you turn it off, you turn it on and off. It spoils the regulator. It spoils the knob of the regulator. So I will advise, once you have your regulator, your cylinder placed outside, you don't need to be turning it on and off. Just ensure that the knob of your cooker is turned off at any particular time. And at this point, I hope that you have learned and enjoyed this video. So I would like you to please subscribe to my channel, like, share, and don't forget to make comments at the comment section. Thank you and stay safe. Bye.